became quite involved in alternative health and learning all about the workings of the body, nutrition and all that, simply because I had to, because I had a gut health collapse almost like overnight from nowhere. Um, Ultimately, I was diagnosed with severe ulcerative colitis, which is a very serious inflammatory bowel disorder. I was passing blood in the toilet like 15 to 20 times a day for months on end, which is obviously quite serious. And I was
Mm.
worried about how bad this could be and exactly what it was. But the journey had actually, that was in 2017, but the journey had actually started a lot earlier than that when back in 2010, I come back from a holiday, 2 week, all expenses paid holiday. We were having a great laugh, me and the lads at a wedding, drinking, eating whatever we wanted. And when I came back, my gut health was all over the place. Extreme diarrhea and then fluctuating to constipation. Nothing was, it almost seemed to stop working overnight and it made no sense. So I had in my head that this is just some sort of bug I've picked up in Greece where we were. Went to the doctor expecting him to hand me some sort of medication, some sort of antibiotics, the way it used to always be when you go to the
Mm.
doctor. You get the
Mm.
medication, you get sent on your way, and then things get better in a couple of weeks' time. But things didn't quite go to plan in that appointment that day. So when I sat with the doctor, he said to me, "You've got irritable bowel syndrome." And that was the first time I'd ever heard of that. It was completely new to me. And he says, "Here's these tablets, come back in a month's time for more." And I was like, "Well, why do I need to come back for more? Surely they'll do the
Mm.
job. How long will I have to take them for?" And he says, "For the rest of your life." And for me, that just blew my mind. I was like, "Wait a
Mm.
minute, for the rest of my life?" I'm a 28-year-old guy. I was a health and fitness freak, just like you. I was
Mm.
obsessed with the gym, lifting weights, looked after my body. I didn't smoke, I hardly drank alcohol in general. It just made no sense.
Mm.
So walking out that appointment with him that day, I just, it didn't sit right in my gut. I knew there had to be another way, and I just said to myself, if he's not got the answers, I'm going to have to find them myself. Now,
Mm.
being a journalist, it was basically part of my job to try and research, find the answers, the truth to think behind what was really going on in situations. In my own situation, I was like, well, the doctor can only dedicate like 10 minutes to you in that appointment. I was like, well, I've got all the time in the world to research this and find out the answers myself. So I decided to go down this alternative health path, trying to find out what had gone wrong with my body. And I intuitively knew that diet would be a big part of this and
Mm.
finding the answers. I just didn't realise how long this journey was going to take. It took me the best part of a decade to see the full picture of all the different elements to what had caused my health problems and the various solutions that I picked up along the way. But with the whole IBS thing, as some of your listeners might know and some might not know, that's essentially just a label
Mm.
when the doctor doesn't know exactly what's going on. It's just a label for a collection of symptoms and they hand you that label. So for me, it wasn't good enough. I wanted to find out the root causes of what was going on. So, long story short, found I found some solutions to the IBS thing, and my health was up and down, and I managed to get myself to maybe around 80% of I'd say about 80% in terms of feeling good, and I was managing things quite well with all sorts of different biohacking tools, supplements, looking after my body. I got to this certain level of being okay, but then life came and hit me hard
Oh.
in 2017 when the the ulcerative colitis then developed, and that was on the back of my dad dying in 2017.